We've got the HeatKiller from Watchacool EK. I'm gonna install this bad boy. Let's take a look. The first thing you'll probably notice is the Unisleeve Murder Mod kit, and I've sleeved each of the individual 24 pin or 24 wires on the ATX power supply, and I guess I'm okay with the way it looks. It is a lot bulkier than what I had thought, and you know, it's the look kind of really is what you're going for, and I'm satisfied with the way it looks. However, it's just a lot more volume than what I was originally thinking. Moving on down the line is I sleeved 4 SATA cables right there, and I've got 2 for hard drive, 1 for CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, and then 1 for external eSATA. And then all of my fan cables and everything are sleeved, as well as the front panel, hard drive, activity, power, reset, all that. Those are all sleeved. Okay, now looking at the back, we can kind of go over each of what these wires are. Of course, this is the 24 pin power supply, and then I only sleeved 1 foot of the individual and then connected it with a 1/2 inch shrink wrap here, and then these little nylon cable clamps I've screwed into empty holes on the back of the motherboard tray, so it just helps keep all the wires pressed up against the back of the computer. And moving on, here's the 8-pin ATX, and then each of these are individually sleeved, and this was the first project that I'd ever done, so obviously this is not going to look that good. So I got a lot better, and it's not that hard. It doesn't take that much to really kind of get in the groove and get good at it. these are the two PCI Express going to my video card, and this is the Molex connector going to my pump, and sleeve that, and there's quite a bit of excess here, so I just kind of wound this up and then secured it to the back of the motherboard tray with these little cable clips. These are the USB connections going down to the motherboard, and they're just secured here with another clip, and then of course they go and connect to the various places on the motherboard. These are the front panel, or the hard drive activity, power, LED, reset, and I sleeved all these, connected it to the back of the hard drive cage with one of these little nylon clamps, and then that runs all the way up to here to where the front panel is, and that's just a little pop-up right there. Okay, so next come my SATA data cables, and all four run here, and I kind of bunched them up and secured them, and then I've got a 12-inch that goes to the back of this hard drive, I think another 12-inch that goes to the back of my Western Digital Velociraptor, and I've got the SATA power, which I haven't really figured out what I'm going to do yet for this. I think I'll just keep it like that. I've seen some guys who mod them to where this spacing is a lot less, and they'll just clip another one of these connectors here, and then there's no this loop excess right here. And I've even got, you know, extra that I'm really not going to do anything with, so not really sure what I'm going to do with that, but that's coming down the road. Oh, and yeah, and actually I did screw up. I got to redo this heat shrink. I didn't do it long enough, but anyway, that's going to the back of the DVD-ROM. So I'll redo that. So this is really what is taking the bulk of my time. I got it all assembled, and I got it running, and I liked the way it was running. However, I couldn't stand seeing all the different color cables and just look like a complete mess. So I spent a good bit of time and just kind of did everything slow and wasn't afraid to make any mistakes, and just kind of started sleeving. And you know, I think the end product looks a little bit more sleek than just seeing a bunch of different colored wires. So there's the back of it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I'm not really sure what the best route is for the two PCI Express power cables that go to the 4870X2. It's really easy to, you know, just pull them underneath the motherboard tray, if you can see that, and just kind of route them in here. But if anybody has a better idea, if they would be, you know, better routed by drilling a hole right here and pulling them in, but I mean, I figured this is probably the quickest route and will allow for the best air circulation. But I know the EVGA cards, the NVIDIA cards, their power is connected right here, so it's a very it's a pretty easy loop to come in. But anyway, so if you have an idea on a better way to route these, let me know. I mean, otherwise I'm okay with it right there. It looks fine. You know, just holla if you do.